From Adventure Time, writer and board artist Rebecca Sugar comes Steven Universe, a show about an odd little boy named Steven who lives in the idealistic beach city of, Beach City, where he lives with Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl, three alien heroes who defend Earth from monsters and magic mayhem gone awry, while also learning, laughing, living in love, and all that other good stuff. The show holds the rare distinction of being the first Cartoon Network original series created solely by a woman. Moreover, Steven himself is based on Sugar's own brother, and you know what, you really only need to see the two side by side to see the resemblance. Now, I had heard a ton of great things about this show, but have only recently managed to get into it. I'm not gonna lie, I actually made a couple passes over the first episode before it finally sucked me in. At first glance, I thought I had it all figured out. Oh, I get it, the Gems are a magical girl team like the Sailor Scouts, and Steven is the one male member. Oh, that's kinda cute. The first episode I found fun, if maybe a little too sickly sweet and random in its brand of cartoon humor. Little did I know how truly wrong I was. Much like Venture Brothers, and especially like Adventure Time, the thing about Steven Universe is that it's a show where everything is not made clear to the viewer from the get-go. Every 11-minute episode is a piece of a bigger puzzle, and what the show truly is doesn't reveal itself until multiple shows in. This is truly the type of series with a ton of subtext and stuff happening under the hood. You see, Steven is a human-alien hybrid. His mother, Rose, was the Crystal Gems leader before she gave up her essence for her son to be born, and I know you can't see me making the quotey fingers here, but that's what I'm doing. In short, she died during childbirth, so the Gems are more than just his teammates helping him master his powers. They are his surrogate mother figures, and each of them represents a different aspect of motherhood. Pearl is the smart one of the team. She's also probably the most high-strung. She's the one who worries about Steven all the time and can often be overbearing, but only because she cares so very much.
Why are you here, Pearl?
Me? Nothing. I was just, well, you know how I always say, I like to watch you sleep sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean often.
Amethyst, my personal favorite, is the fun-loving, reckless one who's always afraid of being judged. She's the youngest of the Gems, and it shows in her attitude.
I hate it when you're right. You get this look on your face. Yeah, that's the one.
And then there's Garnet, the strong-willed, enigmatic leader of the team. She's the authority figure who only ever lets her softer side show every so often.
How about some tunes? This is one of Rose's favorites. So what do you think, Garnet?
Steven may live with the Gems, but he does indeed have a father, Greg Universe, and when we first meet this guy, I couldn't help but feel, man, what a burnout. He lives in his van, he's a failed rock star who sleeps outside a car wash that he operates all by himself, but slowly even he becomes a more complicated and layered character. You figure if Steven's mom saw something in this dude, then there must be something to him, and the fact that this guy has pretty much given up a ton of parental control to the Gems so they can help Steven better understand his heritage and defend their home. There's a lot of interesting moral quandaries to unpack there. Greg's love of music is also clearly rubbed off on his son, and by extension the show itself. Steven Universe is filled with musical numbers that range from the fun and wacky to the truly heart-tugging. I would love to play some of these songs for you, but sadly, YouTube is YouTube. Heck, even the shirts that Steven wears actually have a connection to music. They were his dad's band shirts. He has a million of them, and that's why he wears one every day. Now, I don't want you all to get the wrong impression that this show is all seriousness all the time. Steven Universe is a cartoony comedy first and foremost, just one that is improved by its three-dimensional characters and well-constructed story arcs. You still get crazy stuff like cat fingers or having to bring his colorful family to meet the parents of the girl he likes. The show really likes to play with this idea of reverse escapism. Steven was born into a world of magic and aliens, and that stuff just doesn't faze him anymore, but everyday stuff like going to the donut shop and hanging out with people in his small town, that's the stuff he relishes at every chance, and he loves to get involved with people's lives around Beach City. On the voice acting front, Steven Universe does something rather unique. All of its performers were picked for their singing ability first and foremost. Beyond that, it's not really a show driven by celebrity. Oh, Garnet is voiced by famous big-name singer Estelle, and some of the fusions get big names. Brian Posehn and even Sinbad have small recurring roles, but it's not one of those shows where you go, oh, I know that voice, which honestly kind of adds to the charm. charm. Come to think of it, Steven himself is also something of an anomaly in the world of animation, seeing as he is a little boy character actually voiced by a young boy himself, where in most cases that would be handled by a woman. See Bart Simpson and Gohan for an example. As far as the animation goes, Steven Universe is defined by its very unique art style that marries Ziggy Stardust style spaciness with classic video games and a splish-splash of colorful, almost tropical overtones. For a quote-unquote kids show, this series is also packed to bursting with a ton of very mature themes. I mentioned motherhood before, but we also get such stuff as survivor's guilt, love, birth, and perhaps most surprisingly of all, sex and gender. Okay, so follow me on this one. You see, the Gems are an all-female race, but not entirely. They just kind of choose to look that way because they're all hard light constructs emanating from actual real gems, and when two gems want to power up, they do the classic Dragon Ball Z style fusion dance, only gems really do treat it like joining someone mind, body, and soul. It's a major thing for them. The tagline of Steven Universe is Believe in Steven, and I think that might actually be my favorite thing about the show. The fact that Steven is not some sort of prophecy chosen one, he's just a goofball, a weird outsider who is completely and utterly unpretentious and unjudgmental about just everyone he meets. He's not like everyone else in the world, and it's because of that he's special. This is a show that really celebrates potential. They might not be great now, but one day, if given the right time and the right nurturing, who knows? So yeah, if you're looking for a show that defies all expectations, that goes places you didn't think possible in animation while also making you laugh and surprisingly making you care at the same time, then Steven Universe is the show for you. Just, be aware that this is a show with a very deliberate pace, and you may have to power through a couple episodes before it all clicks with you. The first volume of Steven Universe episodes are available now on DVD, and the show is streamable, well, a lot of different places. As I record this, the show is also in its second season, which will be ending fairly soon. So until next time, everyone, I was late to this gem party, but now I'm happy to be here.